Spider-Man's been through a lot.
Channel logo is now updating.
What?
Channel logo is now updating.
Oh. Yeah, okay, cool, okay.
Please stand by. This update should only take a couple seconds.
Okay, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be awesome. I'm excited.
Please stand by. This
All right.
update should only take a...
Update completed.
What?
Update completed.
No, I heard, but how is the logo different? Hello? The logo looks the same. There's nothing. Spider-Man's life has been bad. He's been through a lot of terrible things, and some of those terrible things he accidentally caused. In Spider-Man Reign, him and Mary Jane finally get married. Whoa! finally, and then he kills her.
Oh my god.
It's not intentionally, just you remember how like the entire thing of Spider-Man is he was bit by a radioactive spider? So for Peter, this radiation has mutated him, so he's just fine with it. But for Mary Jane, turns out long-term exposure to radiation is not a good thing. So when they try to have a kid, she gets radiated by him and dies. I know what you're thinking. This is really dark and depressing. I agree. Stuff like this happens to Spider-Man constantly, and it kind of feels like he's just like cursed to suffer. There's also the time Spider-Man was trying to punch Wolverine, and then somebody else was there, not Wolverine, and then he killed her. And these are all accidentally terrible, but the title of the video isn't the worst thing Spider-Man has done. It's the worst thing Spider-Man could do. Spider-Man lives by the saying, with great power comes great responsibility. But what if Spider-Man lived irresponsibly? Every time something bad happens, I find myself wondering, how will this affect LeBron James' legacy? If Spider-Man chose to not use his powers for good, he could be one of the greatest basketball players of all time. We all know Spider-Man can't shoot for shit. He's not shooting baseline threes. It's not happening. But he can dunk from half court. How are you going to block that? He could like, I don't know, like play good defense, you know? Like you shoot it, he jumps up like 30 feet in the fucking air and grabs the ball. What are you gonna do? Spider-Man is league MVP every year he wants to play. But that's not even the worst of it. In recent years, we've seen a lot of Spider-Man media covering the idea of the Spider-Verse and multiversal travel in general. So let's go into the Spider-Verse, if you will. Let's pick up a roster of 15 of the best Spider people who are good at basketball and take them back, put them all on one team. This team is a dynasty now. They're winning every championship they want. No one's stopping them. Forget basketball. Every sport. Who's beating them? I'm not. I'm ass at basketball. I wasn't going to beat any. Now I hear you saying, wouldn't the other teams want to draft these players? No, because they go in as their secret identities. Why would you draft Pete from New York? What does he do? He was a newspaper guy. So the plan I just laid out before you is obviously terrible, horrible, no good, very bad. But I think there's one thing Spider-Man could do that could be even worse than this. I think the worst thing Spider-Man could do is move. Think about it like this. If you live in New York, it's not that Spider-Man turned evil and can no longer save you. It's that he's still saving people, just not you. You're not worth saving. Plus, imagine the first time his villains piece it together. They're watching the news. They're like, breaking news, Spider-Man has moved to Milwaukee. He says he's going to do the same thing he did before. Why Milwaukee? What did that...